Hey everybody, Scotty G here with ListenUp. We're back with Mr. Kevin Deal. Have a little fireside chat about all things PrimaLuna.
Cool. I'm happy to be here, Scotty, and I'm happy to be at ListenUp.
Oh, it's great having you here too. So
Yeah, man.
Let's talk some more PrimaLuna stuff.
All right. You know, we decided to do something with ListenUp because I think that they have a very large customer base that needs to know that vacuum tubes are, look, I'm just telling you, for hardcore people, vacuum tubes are oftentimes where they end up going. And people don't get out of vacuum tubes except for maybe two reasons. Number one, it could be because they had a service problem, because they were a pain to deal with, or because maybe they didn't have good bass. You know, because people say, oh, tube amps don't have good bass. And we've addressed both of those things. You know, our products are made where anybody can own them. Any of our amps or the integrated amps are made where the way that I've always termed it, which I don't think I'd call it this, I always used to say, so grandma can own them. And I've had plenty of grandmas, but I think I'll get rid of that term and just say anybody, regardless of their fear level can have a tube amp. And then the bottom end rocks, and you know that because you heard it, right?
Firsthand, man, it blew me away how slamming that bass was on that Evo 400.
Yeah, it is. So I think today we're going to talk, in this video, we want to cover a couple of the other products.
Yeah, we're talking about preamps, talking about amps, and we haven't had a chance yet to talk about your DAC. So
okay.
Let's talk about that.
All right, well, the preamps, our preamps are on fire. They are some of the most popular preamps in the industry. I mean, there's more magazine reviewers. I'm talking about the big name guys that you read about using PrimaLuna than I think any other brand now. And that's kind of a big deal because they're certainly not the most expensive. Preamps are an area, I shudder to say it, I'm going to piss off somebody, but I'm going to say it. Preamps are an area of high-end audio where people get, I don't want to call it taken advantage of. Let's just call it, it's a place where manufacturers can make a little bit more money. It's kind of like you go to a restaurant and you get a burger. Okay, that's $8, but there's lots of meat and the fries and all. Oh, and I'll have an iced tea. And that's $4. Well, what did it cost to make the iced tea? Not nearly as much. And so it is with preamps, but not with the PrimaLuna. If you look at our Evo 300 and 400, they weigh about 53 pounds, right? And we're very proud of that. And we want to show people the inside. Don't ever, excuse me for saying that, don't ever buy any component, but especially a preamp, without using Google. Look it up in Google, then click images and see what's in the box, and then compare it to a PrimaLuna. Our preamps, they follow, what do they call that? The Holy Trinity? I don't want to upset anybody by using that term, but in the world of preamps, there is what's called the Holy Trinity of preamp design, and that would be dual mono, point-to-point wiring, and having a rectifier tube, what's called tube rectification. You'll find that only in the most expensive products. Rarely will you see rectifier tubes and dual mono in the same box. Costs too much money. You're going to spend in excess of $10,000. Every PrimaLuna preamp since the beginning, a long time ago, has had those three things because we feel it's critical to make the music come alive and make a product that will continue to inspire the owner forever.
That's great.
Yeah. So you can go to the website. We make 4 different preamps. All of them have the same basic TNA, but when you move up, it gets to be a little bit more exotic. So the 300 and the 400 have really crazy exotic parts. I'm talking about Swiss capacitors, Swiss wiring, custom-made resistors. I mean, it's amazing. Then the Evo 400, it has balanced connectivity. So if you're a balanced nut and you got amplifiers that are balanced, we built that for you. And we do it by using a very, very nice transformer coupling. So it's really, really cool. Oh my God. And one more thing. Our preamps are all low gain. Listen, some manufacturers make preamps that have tons of gain, and I don't want to get too propeller head on you, but you need to know that what everybody talks about with our preamps is how they are so quiet. Preamps don't need really any gain, and some manufacturers, I don't know why, they have too much gain, and that causes nothing but noise and tube problems. I know enough about this to avoid all of that.
And each series has an amplifier to go with it?
Well, you know, you can use an Evo 100 preamp with an Evo 400 power amp, so you can do it any which way depending on what your needs are. Now, when we go to the power amps, the cool thing about all of our power amps today is that they are switchable. Well, first off, they're a PrimaLuna through and through. So they're going to have unbelievable bottom end. They're going to have adaptive AutoBias, which means that your life is going to be easy. They all have low power on purpose. We want them to have low power so the tubes last forever. You know, all of those things. It's the same credo as what we've done since day one. But all the power amps are switchable from stereo to mono. And that's kind of cool. If you're trying to build your forever system, you could get yourself a PrimaLuna Evo 100 power amp and a streamer that's got a pretty good volume control. And then you can get another power amp and flip a switch and mono block them. And when you mono block any PrimaLuna amplifier, they sound better because of a special circuit that we have that allows them to switch to mono. It lowers the output impedance, it drops the noise, it makes everything just mo better. So it's
Yum, man, that sounds fun.
yeah, and then you could get yourself a preamp later, right? So it's a nice way to build a system for people that are trying to build their kind of forever system.
Man, that sounds so cool. Pair amps, the nice set of speakers.
Heck yeah, man.
What more could you want?
Well, you could get an Evo 300 or Evo 400 power amp, and those are when we start getting into the exotica, right? The 300 series and 400 series, that's when we go cost no object on parts count. That's when we go to Swiss-made wiring, the TACMAN resistors, custom-made low noise resistors, the Swiss capacitors, but also the Evo 300 and 400, just like the integrated amps, they have the ability to go from triode to ultralinear operation, and that is cool. If you don't know what that is, ultralinear is the way that most amps run today, okay? And it's the most modern amplifier design, and every amp on the market, most of them are some twist of that. It's so modern. It came out in the 1950s. That's where we're at, right? But that's the modern stuff. Now, prior to that, state of the art was called triode or push-pull triode. So the Evo 300 and 400 power amplifiers and integrated amps, you can run them in triode operation or ultralinear. And you're going to find that triode is just so...
It's lush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's juicy.
Female customers prefer it because women have much better hearing than men do. So they like that more relaxed presentation. People that have tinnitus, and then also if you have a room that's kind of harsh, really reflective, you might like it because it just makes things kind of easier to listen to. So the power amps, which is unusual, the Evo 300 and 400 power amp, they actually come with a little remote control of their own to switch from triode to ultralinear.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're super cool.
And then you've got a DAC out now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DAC is amazing. What we wanted to do with the DAC is this. We wanted to bring your digital closer to the analog world. That's the best way to put it. And the way we did that is this. In kind of simple terms, the Evo 100 DAC is an Evo 100 preamp in a way. It's not the preamp, but it's the same basic circuitry. Dual mono, tube rectified, all that tube glory, right, that people love. And then we put it in with a fabulous digital section in it. And then we have one more thing that no one else in the world has, and that's called the Super Tube Clock. You can read about it on the website. D-Day converters are going to use clocking devices all the time. They're going to be crystals, so on and so forth. We don't do that. We use a vacuum tube. It's a tube that never needs replacing. We've been using this technology. It was invented by, I told you who our engineering team is, right? I mean, it's the big guys. I mean, PrimaLuna engineers are the best in the industry, period. End of story. And one of our engineers, I'm not even going to mention his name now, but he's the person that invented that idea. No one else in the world has been able to wrap their mind around what we're doing, but it really works.
Anything on the horizon we need to know about?
Yeah. Well, you know, we have the hybrid integrated amp. Look, I'll just put it this way. There's always things happening. All the models that we have now are here. They're solid. They're going to be here a long time. So there's no changes to existing models. I can say that. But let's just say this. Herman van den Dugen, who is my compadre over in the Netherlands, his mind is always working. I communicate with that dude. It's 3, 4 in the morning. I mean, but that's why the products are so great. So we're really excited. And we're really excited to be here with you folks today.
We're excited to be with you too,
all right, man. You're rocking. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're always here to help if you need anything. So thank you very much.
Right on. Thank you.